Hey, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. Shelly, Randy's right back here. It is a Good Friday. So we are down here in the food forest and we're going to be planting some stuff. But I just want to give you an update right now on how things look in the food forest. So currently, this is one of our trees that we planted when we first moved in here. And this is actually, I wanted to show you this. This is actually the only place we have comfrey growing. I have planted comfrey everywhere, and this is the only place that I have it growing. Also, that tree looks pitiful. It needs to be pruned. I'm not really good with pruning, but I am going to cut that limb off at the bottom. But I need to watch some videos about the best way to prune these trees. This one over here, the deer have gotten this one. It's trying to grow some stuff on it right there, but I don't know if it's going to make it or not. But I am going to plant some blueberries around here and all that kind of stuff. Here, if you go back a few videos, you'll see that a friend of mine gave me a bunch of blackberries, thornless blackberries. There's only a few of those that have made it. This is one of them, and over here is one of them. And we got a bunch, but there's only a few that have made it, but that's cool. They'll grow, they'll multiply. We'll get some thornless blackberries. And then these trees over here, let me see, I think these two were already here. I need to go back and look at some videos, but I'm pretty sure that these two trees were already here. And this one and this one. And then that one out there is one that we planted. Now, we planted 2 apples and a peach, but again, I need to go back and look and make sure. Let me zoom out. I have to go back and look and make sure what those were. I have it written down. So let me show you what we're going to be planting today. So the things that we're planting in the food forest this year to expand what we have, and I actually found a couple more wild, or not wild blackberries, but tame blackberries that are growing. So yay for that. But right here I've got 5 mulberry bushes, I'm assuming, that I got from Etsy. And then I have 2, 4, I think this one's dead. That doesn't, it kind of looks pitiful, but I've got 5 here and 6 here, so it's 11 blueberries that we're going to put in. I've got a tub of bare root strawberries that just came in the mail yesterday. And then I've also got, let me take this. I've also got some bare root asparagus that I'm going to put down here. This is an elderberry that I took a cutting off of our elderberry tree. I actually have more of these in the house, and I'm probably going to end up bringing more down, but this is a lot to do tonight. So, and then these I got from a guy, Mike Sparks. He was at the Self-Reliance Festival in Camden, Tennessee, selling this stuff. So these are ground cover raspberries. There's 2 different varieties here because they need
cross-pollination.
Yeah, cross-pollination. So this is, one of them's called Beta, and the other one, I can't remember what the other one's called. I'll have to go look it up. I can't remember what this one's called. And then I have a gooseberry tree right here, and this thing has thorns on it. Looks a little bit scary, but we'll see. I also have a fig tree, and let me tell you, so Self-Reliance Festival was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, Self-Reliance Festival was 2 weeks ago, and this thing had just a little bit of green shoots on it, and look at it now. I'm super excited about this. And then this right here is a huckleberry bush. So, and it's starting to grow sprouts on it as well. So I'm really excited about this one too. I'm going to set it in here to get a little bit of water going on that one. So yeah, that's what we're getting ready to plant in the ground. And I'll come back and show you while we're working on it. Is it going? So to start off, because I don't want the deer coming in here and eating all of my stuff that I'm getting ready to plant in the ground. I'm gonna put some of Billy's bone sauce on the trunks of my trees over here. I know that the deer have been eating those two trees like crazy, and hopefully this will keep them away from the asparagus and the strawberries and all that other stuff. I've been putting off putting this on down here because our kids like to come over to our property and hunt deer, and I've just kind of not been putting it down here so the deer didn't get deterred. But now that they're like eating up my trees, they need to be deterred. So that's what I'm gonna do. So according to what Billy says about the bone sauce, you can put this on the trunk of the tree, just not the leaves of the tree. So let me just show you. There's a hair in there. Let me just show you. And it smells, but I'm gonna smear around in there and get some on my brush, and then I'm gonna come down here and just paint it at the bottom of my tree. Maybe a little bit in here. Try not to get it on the leaves. I'm gonna come over here and put it on this tree. I'm not really gonna go up in the tree at all. Yeah, that looks, I'm not gonna go up in there. There's a lot of leaves going on there. So I'm hoping just where I'm sticking it will deter them. This one I'm gonna come back and cut that thing off on the other side. It's growing up out of the, whatever that thing is, you know, that, where they, I'm so not good at this tree thing. You know, where they attach a tree to another tree, whatever that thing is, it's growing out of that and it shouldn't be. I didn't plant this one, but I'm gonna cut that off. So even if this tree isn't, even if it's not gonna survive, I hope it does, but even if it's not, then there is going to be stuff planted around this tree, blueberry bushes and stuff. And I mean, I might have to replace the tree in the end, but that's okay, and hopefully that will deter deer. And then last but not least, this one over here.
Is that lamb's ear growing up?
No, that's comfrey. That's the only place I can get comfrey to grow. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's what's happening. So yeah, I am going to put some up here. The deer just need to stay away. So that is all I'm going to do today with bone sauce. I am thinking about coming back with like tobacco sticks or something and driving them down in the ground and putting bone sauce on them, you know, kind of like a perimeter around here. I may do that too, but I'm not going to do it today. So let's see, we have planted several blueberries, a couple on each side. Is that by chance? I wonder if that's comfrey. That needs to be cut. Is that comfrey? Maybe? I don't know. I planted some there, we'll have to see. But so we've got blueberries staggered throughout around these trees. I'm trying to do this where when Randy comes down here to mow, he mowed right, you know, like as we were planting this stuff. But when he comes down here to mow, that he's able to get through here pretty easily because we are on a hillside. But eventually this whole thing will be covered with mulch and compost, and we'll be building soil, and we'll be able to come down here and even plant annuals, tomatoes, stuff like that. and hopefully, you know, it will turn into a real food forest. But it's just one day at a time, right? You just got to do what you can. So right here, I'm planting that fig that we got at the from Mike at the Self-Reliance Festival, and I'm planting it kind of close to that tree because I'm not entirely sure that tree is going to make it. But I did want to plant it far enough out that in case it does make it, you know, they're not super close together. But it's going to go here in the ground. Another thing, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the dirt, as I come down here, the dirt is not so much clay. It's got a little bit more brown to it than the red clay. The place where Randy dug the holes to plant the asparagus, it is very red. And I actually sent Crystal to town to get me some potting soil to just so I can throw it in the holes with that asparagus, and then hopefully I can build that soil and kind of overcome that clay down there. But it's the asparagus is going to need something to help it take off, and I don't think it's going to do well in clay soil. So that's what's happening down there. I am going to plant asparagus. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. I am going to plant strawberry in the rings around each one of these trees. So that's what's coming next. All right. So now I'm planting the bare root strawberries as ground cover on these. So this tree actually has, these are the ground cover raspberries on either side, and then I've got strawberries on the opposite side. And I'm gonna go through, and so the bare root strawberries, let me just show you what these look like. It's just this, and some of them are starting to sprout, but they just come like this. So I'm just moving the mulch over and putting them in there, covering them back up. If they're sprouting, I'm leaving that little sprout to, you know, stick out or whatever. But that's all I'm doing. You hear our guineas down there losing their mind? They're all the way down at the house. These are stuck together. I hate that. Trying to coax them apart. There we go. So another thing that I'm going to do is we have an abundance of rabbit poop, and I'm going to come bag up some rabbit poop and bring it down here, especially with those asparagus. But everything that we've planted today, I'm going to make a ring of rabbit poop around them. Probably would have been a good idea to have that. There's some, that's either daffodils or garlic. I think it's garlic. I think I planted garlic down here last fall. And the strawberries that I planted down here last fall didn't make it through the winter. So that's why I ordered some more strawberries. But it probably would have been better if I would have brought rabbit poo down and put it in the holes as I was planting them, but I didn't think about that. I wanted to, actually, it's super hard to get a day that Randy and I are home together. And it seems like here lately, all the weekends that he's been off, because he's off every other weekend, we've been doing, you know, helping somebody somewhere or doing something else. So we just had this evening that we could come down here and plant this. And with him, with the auger, it just makes it easier to dig all these holes. So I was just trying to get everything in the truck that I wanted to get into the ground to get down here, and I didn't think about grabbing a bag of rabbit poo. But that would have been a good thing to have. This one, there's a little strawberry left over from last year. Right there, it looks like it might make a comeback. And I have another bundle of these because Stark Brothers had these on sale for $50 for $11.99, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what I paid for these. And so I ordered 50, and we've got a green stalk at the house, and I may put these in the ones that I have left. I may just stick them in the green stalk at home. I ordered that green stalk right after we moved in out here, and you know, everybody was going crazy over those and talking about how awesome they are. I'm not having luck. Like, I put strawberries in it last year, and I think I got 3 strawberries off of it. And this year, this winter, we had that really bad freeze, like right before Christmas. Is that when that happened? And I think it took out all the strawberries.
Yeah, it was like two days before Christmas, like on 23rd when it got really, really cold.
Yeah, and it was really bad. So, maybe if that hadn't happened, my strawberries wouldn't have bit the dust. Or maybe I should have done something to keep them from biting the dust. I don't know. You all know that all of this stuff is seriously a big experiment for me. Huh? So, yeah, I don't, I'm losing my train of thought.
Squirrel.
Every time, for real, every time I do something, I mean, I'm super excited when it works and it grows and, you know, we get stuff off of it. And when it doesn't, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to try that again. Or maybe I do need to try it again and tweak it a little bit. But, hopefully our food forest will start taking off. And I'm really, these trees, let's see, not so much that one, but these 2 right here, which actually those 2 were here when we moved in. So these were planted by the previous owner. And I want to say this one right here is a cherry tree, and then the other one is an apple tree, or maybe the other one's a pear tree. I'm going to do my little plant thing to figure out what it is. And now, so I will know what is out here, I'm going to draw a picture in my gardening journal, and hopefully I'll remember what's out here. But this one has, last year it was like up to here, and it's doubled in size almost. So I'm really happy with that. And so the 3 that we planted, that one and the 2 down there I showed you earlier, one of them has been decimated by deer. And so that's why I planted the fig back behind it, because the fig can just take over that little guild and hopefully start growing if that one dies. All right, so we are pouring soil down into these holes that we're then going to take this asparagus, put it down in the hole, and pour soil in on top of it. Go ahead, Randy. And just like we did this in the flower bed, it needs to be buried by about 2 inches. So, pour some more. And then I'll come back down here with rabbit poo and mulch and put even more on top of this. So we're back here at the house. It started getting dark out. And one of the things that I wanted to comment on, which I didn't say when we were making the video or planning everything, is that what we have down in the food forest are guilds. And so basically a guild is like a grouping of plants that just work well together. You typically have a tree in the middle, and then things that are at different levels or stories or whatever, you know, like bushes and then ground cover. And you can do daffodil, garlic. You can put annuals out there, but really you want to focus on perennials. But each one of those trees down there, so right now we have 5 guilds. So learning how to plant a guild, you just do one at a time, and You know, each year you could add a new one, and then in 5 years, 10 years, you would have a good sized food forest going. But, yeah, that's basically what's going on down there. I'm so tired. Tomorrow is the Amish auction that we go to every year that we love. I can't wait to do that, but that's an all-day thing. I'm going to try to shoot a little bit of a video. I don't know how that'll go, but I will try and share with you what's going on there, and hopefully I'll be able to share with you some good finds that we get. We usually find some really awesome things. Last year we got what did we get, Randy? A meat grinder and a meat slicer.
That retail for almost $800.
Yeah, they retail for almost $800 combined, and we got them for $120. So we were super psyched about that. But anyway, I hope y'all have a blessed Easter weekend, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great day.